Right edition, politics in America. The president, he does a lot of good stuff that is never reported. The press doesn't pick up on it. Fox does as much as they can, but even they can't get it all. There's so many things, and I got a new issue for you, Mr. President. Maybe you've looked at this one, I don't know, but it's plastic bottles. It's the environment, it's the economy to a lesser degree, but certainly they're all in there. They're mixed up. Americans use 50 billion plastic water bottles each year. 50 billion. That's a huge number. 38 billion, almost 40 billion of those end up in landfills. So what do you do about that? That's a problem, okay? But it's not just about plastic. It's also an economic problem because to make 50 billion bottles, to transport them in trucks, to manufacture them, to transport them, to sell them, there's a lot of jobs there. I mean, you just can't say no more plastic bottles. What do you do with all those people? You have to kind of take it further than that. And I ain't a politician and I ain't that bright. So, I mean, I'm not the guy with the solution, but there's a solution. The solution isn't like some countries are doing, just saying ban it. I don't think that's it. There's a way to make it work. You recycle them. We've tried that, and only 10 billion a year out of 50 billion a year, it sounds like, actually get recycled. So you need to repurpose them somehow. You need to do something. And I got faith. I have confidence in our president. I bet he's on that. I'm anxious to see that day when it happens. The government in Canada, they're having this little war on cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad for you, right? And you go into a convenience store for the last several years, and the cigarettes are all behind a curtain. You can't see them when you come in. And now they want plain packaging with nothing on the packages, and you can't have flavored cigarettes because that might lead to enjoyment or something, I'm not sure, but there's so many issues about cigarettes. The country was built on tobacco, but that's another story. But this is the same government now that has stores selling pot, marijuana, and it's all front and center with great packaging and colorful ads and everything. Somehow that doesn't seem right to me, does it? How does that sit with you? Canadian politics and Canadian politicians are kind of weird. We have another site that's called rightforcanada.ca, and I was looking some stuff up the other day with all of the parties, and some of it I kind of broke out into a sweat, but I went onto their websites. There's a Communist Party and all of the various socialist parties. But what I found really interesting, even with the Conservative Party, there's no email address. They have a phone number and they have a mail address, so you can mail them a letter. I thought, isn't that weird? And maybe that's one of the reasons why you guys don't win. You got to catch up a little bit. You got to get with the modern world. A liberal, they take all of your food. This is a joke. Keep up. A liberal takes all of your food, and when you complain, they complain about having heartburn. They're mixed up. I mean, a liberal doesn't have a mind. They're just goofy people. And now they're crazy. And now they have a new crazy thing going on with truck drivers in America. They're saying, hey, you guys, you have guns in your truck. That's not very nice. And apparently 100% of all truck drivers have a shotgun because, revolver licenses, pistol licenses vary from state to state. And they have valuable loads, and they need to protect their loads. They need to protect themselves, so there aren't. And a lot of these left-wing politicians now are saying, but you don't need it. Here's the stats. Well, you know what? They also have fire extinguishers in their truck. And what's the stats on that? How many of those trucks have actually blown up into flames? Not very many. More trucks have been robbed than burning. And yet nobody wants to take the fire extinguishers away. I mean, they're a mixed up lot. Leave it alone. They're always looking. They have a solution for a problem that doesn't exist. That'll be the left-wing bunch of wackos. Y'all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more views for you from the right with attitude too. See ya.